For many mathematical objects, it is not sufficient to enter a sequence of symbols, but it is necessary to define a structure with markers indicating the beginning and end of a certain property or relationship. Take, for example, this formula. In order to represent it all in one line, we cannot use the simple fraction bar as in the example in the previous chapter, but must also clearly indicate, with an appropriate marker, a character or symbol, where the fraction line begins and where the fraction ends. If we used only the fraction sign, the formula obtained would be different. The compound fraction, we call it that to distinguish it from the simple fraction, in the first example, requires 3 markers. An initial, opening 1, an intermediate 1, the fraction line, a final, closing 1. There are several mathematical elements that need a structure similar to this. In some cases it will be sufficient to define an opening and a closing marker, in others an intermediate one will also be needed, as in the fraction. All pairs of parentheses usually used in formulae also represent a structure. They will naturally be of their open or closed type, with no intermediate. Structures form the basis of linear mathematical notation systems, such as Lambda, and like all Braille mathematical codes. The Lambda 2.0 editor offers many tools to manage and manipulate them effectively. Very convenient is the use of the same command to insert all closing and intermediate markers. When writing an element with structure, only the opening marker is to be chosen expressly by the user. For the others, the same command is always entered and the system recognizes which structure is to be closed. Besides being easier and faster, this system greatly reduces the risk of errors. Wanting to insert the fraction seen before, for example. You first enter the open compound fraction symbol, best with the shortcut keys Ctrl+Q. Then the numerator a+1 is written. To insert the intermediate separator, that is the fraction sign in this case, use Ctrl+I. Then write the denominator a1. And finally close the structure with Ctrl+K. Ctrl+K is the command that closes all structures, including brackets, while Ctrl+I is the command that will always be used to insert the intermediate element. The Lambda editor uses different colors to indicate structure elements and operators. The information provided by colors may be useful, but, for obvious reasons of accessibility, is never indispensable for understanding the text. When a marker requires an intermediate or closing symbol, it is represented in red. While if it is unique and therefore does not require a closing symbol, it is represented in green. For more information, see the page on the meaning of colors in Lambda.